You asked, I delivered. Today I'm breaking down the step-by-step process, the logistics I'll call it, for what to do immediately following the collection of data, which you know I call a check for understanding. Okay. Let's get right into it. So let's say you had a CFU that asked students to provide 2 words describing the setting of a text. So you've sorted the CFU and they reveal that you have some students who can give 1 out of the 2 words. So they are on the cusp of understanding. You have some students who can give 2 words. So we can say that they've got it. And then you have some students who have given you nothing close, are totally off the mark. So they are not proficient quite yet. And anticipating what students would write for that CFU, I figured that I would have these different sort of groups or levels of understanding. So the best way for me to address these needs is to create small groups for me to meet with. You can see here I have these groups called A, B, and C. I let everyone in the class know what group they're in and what they will be doing when they are not meeting with me. And I put those directions in a space for everyone to easily access and remember. I have students push their desks together to create groups of 3 to 4 who are working on the same task. Yes, these students can really work from wherever they are, but I prefer to have them in groups because it makes it easier for me to check in and make sure that they are on task. Because remember, I didn't pre-populate these groups. These groups were based on the CFU, so I don't remember off the top of my head who is where. Depending on your numbers, you can go to the small groups or you can have them come to you. So every group has been given their task. I've structured that task where it will be what they work on before they meet with me, while they meet with me, and after they meet with me. This way, it doesn't matter who meets with me first. Everyone has a job to do. So I want to reiterate to you, these tasks are low prep and student-centric. So the students are the ones creating the materials, not me. If you're worried about your classroom management or students remaining on task, you need to hear my video called My Classroom Management Message. Okay, so students will wrap up by answering the exit ticket that is the same question as the CFU. This is what I will collect a second time to make sure that students are trending in the right direction after I've met with them. And even for my students who got it right the first time, I'll ask them to give me 2 different words to describe the setting. So through this classroom design, I have met the needs of my students in my classroom with very little time, effort, and resources needed outside of the classroom. And that, my educator friends, are the logistics of how we respond to individual student needs and differentiate simultaneously.